Beneath the blazing African sun, where the golden grasslands stretch endlessly and every shadow hides a silent predator, two lions stood above the rest, not just as rulers of territory, but as living legends. Their names echo across continents: Mr. T, the fearless warrior, and Bob Jr., the majestic king. Though they never crossed paths, their stories define two very different legacies. One was carved through blood and dominance, the other through presence, grace, and pride. This is not just a battle of teeth and claws. It's a comparison between two kings, two spirits, two myths. Mr. T, the tyrant of the wild. Mr. T was not just a lion, he was a storm wrapped in fur. A member of the infamous Mapogo coalition, a group of 6 male lions that terrorized the Sabi Sands region of South Africa, Mr. T was perhaps the most feared of them all. Ruthless and violent, he was known for taking down rival males and slaughtering cubs to establish his reign. His reign was painted in red. Where Mr. T walked, silence followed. His enemies either fled or fell. He didn't merely take control of territory, he conquered it. His massive build, piercing eyes, and bold, reckless attacks made him a true symbol of dominance. What made Mr. T truly legendary was not just his strength, but his will to dominate, to be feared, and to leave behind a legacy written in scars and ashes. Bob Jr., the regal king of Serengeti. In contrast, Bob Jr. ruled not with terror, but with awe. The son of Bob Sr., Bob Jr. inherited not just land, but legacy. He roamed the Serengeti with a mane so dark and magnificent that photographers called him the Lion King of the Wild. His face carried nobility, his eyes a quiet intensity. He was not known for killing, but for ruling. He commanded territory with quiet power. Where Mr. T fought wars, Bob Jr. held peace. Where Mr. T's roar meant death, Bob Jr.'s presence meant order. Tourists, filmmakers, and wildlife lovers followed his every move, capturing moments that seemed pulled straight from myth. Bob Jr. was less a warrior, more a monarch. His throne built not on fear, but admiration. The showdown. If they had met physically, Mr. T was more violent, more experienced in lethal combat. He had faced death many times and came out bloodied, but alive. Bob Jr., though imposing and muscular, had a more peaceful rule. He was powerful, but not as aggressive. If these two lions had ever met face to face, the outcome might have been brutal. Mr. T would likely charge first. With his history of tearing down dominant males, he would not hesitate. Bob Jr. might have stood his ground, but whether he had the same killer instinct is uncertain. In a fight to the death, Mr. T might have emerged victorious, not because he was better, but because he was more ruthless. But battles aren't everything. Mr. T's story is one of blood, dominance, and unrelenting power. Bob Jr.'s legacy is about presence, beauty, and silent control. One ruled through chaos, the other through calm. One inspired fear, the other respect. Both were kings. Both were unforgettable. But they remind us that leadership comes in many forms, some with teeth bared, others with eyes that simply look and command the world to bow.